rolling?
Of course.
We're live. Look, I didn't even hook up yet. I just wanted to get going because I've missed Maudine so much. Maudine's been out leasing apartments. Right, Maudine?
Yes, sir.
That whole experience, leasing apartments, getting some stuff full. We needed to backfill our operations a little bit. And Maudine's like, I'm Maudine and I can do it. So he's going out and he's leasing apartments, doing content part-time now and leasing apartments part-time. Wants to start learning property management. So he's going to be doing a little bit of everything, playing utility player for us, which makes, at the end of the day, Maudine, if you can do both, it makes you more valuable, right? So, no, but we have some good stuff. We need to get caught up on content. We're wrapping up an audiobook. We've got behind on content. Man, Maudine, I've missed having you around, dude. I've missed it. I've been lonely in here. I've been lonely all the time. It's good to have you back. So, I know we have some good content coming up. Audible book. I'm going to wrap that up. I got about 25 pages right in there to read on the book to get recorded so that Maudine can start chopping that up, and we're going to have that Audible book ready. Hopefully, how long do you think that'll take you to turn, Maudine? If we could have that ready for sure by Christmas, that'd be great. Hopefully well before that. Well, at least so people can buy the Audible book. So that'd be awesome. I know I do have some people waiting, like I hate reading, or they've picked up the book and said, hey, I got halfway through it, but I really, really hate reading. When's the Audible book coming out? The Audible version coming out. And I've been kind of delaying it. We've been delaying it because, again, Maudine's been out of here. So, Maudine, it's good to have you back. We're going to start chopping up and creating more content. Podcasts, I have a list of people I need to start reaching out to as far as guests on the podcast, because we're going to be getting away. It'll still be the Justin Spalding Show, but we're going to get away from just straight up Q&A, because I get so many of the same damn questions where I'm like, go look at episode 2, go look at episode 4. And again, I like answering the same questions over and over again, because every time someone asks me a question, it might seem very similar to the audience, but it's a little bit different twist on the question. And so then the answer is a little bit different of a twist. I think that helps people. But also, if it is the same exact question, I also like to answer the question over and over again, because sometimes my answers are a little bit different because I have so many different experiences. And so it depends on what type of mood I'm in that day, what we're going through that day. And my answer might be a little bit different. But same thing. That being said, when you do answer the same question 10, 15, 22 times, eventually it gets pretty stale, right? So we're going to kind of shift that model and get some good guests on the Justin Spalding Show going forward. Man, we'll see you on the other side. Happy almost Thanksgiving here. We'll be 2 days before Thanksgiving, and we're having some people over, first time over to our new house. So we're excited about that. We're excited about these new deals we got on board. I'm going to call it 2.5 right now, because we have 2 deals under contract, another deal about to be under contract. We just closed on this place. I'm going to pet the wall a little bit. We just closed on this building, and the content, missed that when Maudine was out leasing, but that was about a month ago, 30 days ago, middle of November, we closed on this building. And, the cool thing is we raised a rent that was on a tenant that has about 4,500 square feet. We raised the rent there, and so we've added significant value to this building already, and it's good to have them around still, and they're a long-term tenant. They love the building. They love being here. So it worked out for both parties, but we're just adding value every single place that we go, trying to hit doubles, triples, home runs, and we're trying to, when we're putting money to work, we're trying to get that 2.5 to 3x plus multiple on it over 3 to 10 years, and on top of that, we're looking for that cash flow, right? So how can we get it to cash flow? I've had a lot of messages lately, people be like, how are you still finding deals? And there's always deals out there to be found. You got to be able to dig and sort through. We're always digging. And what you don't realize, I was just on a call yesterday with one of our investors from California, and I'm like, it's pretty cool to see after, been doing this for almost 10 years now, and it's pretty cool to see that the people, I have a database of properties in Wisconsin. There's probably 600 properties on there, something like that I've been calling on. And a lot of them I've been calling on for 4 years, 8 years, 6 years, 9 years. And it's pretty cool when now they start to drip out of the pipeline. And hey, man, you've been calling me for, for the last 4 years. I've been getting your voicemails. They haven't picked up my phone once, but they've been getting my voicemails. They've been getting my emails. They've been getting my letters. They've been getting, whatever, their messages from their receptionists or the gatekeepers, or their managers or whoever it might be. And they reach out to me, and then we make a deal happen, or we start to negotiate a deal. And so it's cool to see that hard work pay off. And so what I'm trying to get all these other people to understand that are asking me these questions, look, this real estate game is a process, right? I'm 8.5, 9 years in, whatever I'm in. Well, really, I bought my first property 8 years and 2 months ago, right? I'm just at the start of it. I haven't even done or accomplished anything yet from my viewpoint, my vantage point. And so you have to go into this thing understanding that You know, it might not happen tomorrow. You might not buy your first property in 3 months. You might not buy your property in the first 3 or 4 years. I started learning about real estate in '09. Right? So I had 4 years. I was in college. I had 4 years, 4.5 years, because it was spring of '09 when I started learning about real estate. I didn't buy the first property until, the fall of 2013. 4.5 years of basically just learning, getting out and pounding the pavement, looking at deals. I looked at a ton of deals in that time. I learned a lot. I ran the numbers on the deals. You have to go into this thing with a long-term mindset. And plus, if you can do that, if you can change your mindset and go into this with a long-term mindset, you're going to always be successful. You will always be successful. Anytime your runway is longer, we've talked about this before, anytime your runway is longer, right, the longer runway you have, the safer an investment is, the more likely it is to be a sure thing, right, to pull on the name of my book. When you look at, my grandpa always telling me, that apartment right there in I can't remember if he says 1940s or 1950s, it was $120 a month for rent. And that same apartment today is $1,200. And so what's the one thing that we know for sure happened there? A lot of time went by. And so that's what we're looking to do. So be patient, put in the work, and don't expect something to happen tomorrow. So between the first deals that I bought, right? The first one I bought in 2014, 4.5 years into learning. The second property then came 8 months later, which takes us to 2014. Then 2 years later, 2 years and 2 months later, we went crazy. We didn't have anything. Nothing was bought in 2 years and 2 months. It took that long to set the groundwork, lay the foundation. Then 2 years and 2 months later, in the fall of 2016, what we did is we bought the 300 storage units, we bought an 88 unit, a 24 unit, a 40 unit, all in the span of about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But then after that, so that takes us to 2016. After that, we didn't do anything in 2017. And it wasn't until 2018 when we bought some more storage units. We bought a 10 unit, we bought a 47 unit, we bought a 42 unit. So it takes time. Stop thinking you're going to do this thing overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to grind. You got to work it out. But now here we are today, a little bit later, right? And in 2021, well, 2020 we didn't buy anything. 2021, we start the year in January, 218 units. Then in June, 178 units. We're about to close on a 56 unit. Plus now we have an 87 unit, 48 unit under contract, close to having another 80 unit under contract. So now things are starting to accelerate and happen a little bit more. But I've had to build a ton. It's a decade of track record to be able to promote to our investors, to get my name out there to brokers, to get my name out there to other sellers. So you can't don't compare yourself to me if you're just starting. Aim to be better than me, but realize it's going to take time and it's going to take effort. And actually, I think that you can do things faster than me. I think I did things relatively slow, but I've been very, very consistent over time, right? So there's people that have definitely done things faster than me, no doubt about it. There's also people that have done things way slower than me. Just don't compare yourself to people. Put in the work, put in the time, go out and learn, find a way to make money, go out and look at deals, right? Find the deals that make sense, write an offer on them, close those deals, operate those deals, promote your track record. It's not bragging. You've got to be able to promote yourself. You got to be able to promote what you're doing. You got to be able to promote to other people so that they can come on and help you and you can help them. It takes two to tango, right? And when we're tangoing, you need to be able to help them. Maybe you're going to have an awesome deal they can invest in, and they're also helping you by then giving you money to invest to go make the deal happen. But if they don't know you, that relationship can never happen. So don't worry about the guys on online, behind the keyboard, behind the computer who aren't doing shit. Don't worry about them sitting there giving you crap for promoting your record. Go out and promote your track record as you start to have success. You've got to do it because people have to know you. Put in the work, put in the hours, and we take what's ours.